Scotland visit Georgia looking to stick with the pack in their group. What can Gordon Strachan do to make sure that Scotland are on course for a place for France 2016?
There's no must-win as yet. We just need to go into it the same as we've went in every other match and try and win. We've obviously put ourselves in a good position right now and we want to keep winning matches.
Scotland away to Georgia, this is an absolute must-win for Scotland. They're going to have to go and perhaps attack Georgia. This is what you're thinking that they may well go with, a couple of wide players, obviously one man up top. Strachan's not changed his personnel too much. He's trusted the players and they've by and large delivered for him.
Oh, I mean, without one or two players going out with injury or suspension or bad form, and generally stuck with the same starting 11 throughout the campaign, that's done him a favour. So you kind of get to know what he's wanting to do. Against the bigger nations, he's sat back for the counter-attack and used the pace. And against the smaller nations, he's tended to use the pace going forward a little more on attack. So again, I expect him to kind of start up on a similar basis with a back four. Maybe not as deep as we've got them here. They'll be pushed up a bit, but the three midfield is going to be key for us, because I think the pace on both sides will be key, because against Georgia we're going to have to attack them quicker. I mean, we found it very difficult at home. We've only beat them 1-0. So going away from home, I expect Georgia to come a little bit more at us, and it'll leave the wider areas for the wider players to get one-on-one and go and have a go, because I believe that's where our challenge is going to be.
Who would you fancy for these wide positions?
The wide players, there's two options. We can have Akichi Anya and we've got Matt Ritchie, you know, who have done exceptionally well in the campaign so far down there. They've got the pace, the direction. You know, Matt Ritchie coming in, shooting with his left foot, getting in. Again, Anya on the left-hand side, he cuts in on his right. So from that side of things, I think the key's up front. I think because Stephen Fletcher at the moment is not really setting the heather on fire, shall we say, at Sunderland. And there's talk about Lee Griffiths, and Gordon's came out and mentioned it. So there might be one or two changes, but I think in general.
Naismith involved? I mean, Naismith has played more out wide for Scotland, but he can play in the centre.
He can be. He could be the one that's up front.
Yeah.
You've got the good thing about it now. Gordon's got the options, the key options as well in front players. You know, Naismith's done a job on the left-hand side, but it depends how he wants to go about it. Does he want to win the game, or does he want to just hold on to it? You might see Naismith not missing the Georgia game. He might start up front.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a workhorse game, defending all the time, maybe against the Germans, against Poland, then you might find it's a little counter-attack in that side.
You would expect him to go for the win, surely, against Georgia.
Oh, I would like to see that. I mean, I think he will go attacking. You know, whether Matt Ritchie loses out and Stephen Naismith goes wide on the right. But it's an interchangeable team anyway. I mean, the front six basically can all interchange.
Scotland away to Georgia. Obviously, Georgia, their home form has been pretty poor of late. They've not won any of their last 6 competitive matches at home. So Scotland will be going there thinking they can get 3 points here.
I don't think they want to get totally ahead of themselves. Of course, a win would give them a huge advantage in terms of qualification. But I don't think you go there thinking, right, this is a game that we're entitled to win or anything like that. I think they've made huge strides under Gordon Strachan. You know, when you think that, you know, the way they went and played against Germany in Dortmund, for example, it's clear that they have got some confidence. I'm sure they will go all out to win it, but with, as you say, the potential for other teams taking points off each other, the fact that other teams are coming to Glasgow, I don't think they should get too upset if it's a draw. Of course, they'll try and win it, but I don't think a draw would be terrible. It wouldn't see them out of contention.
Do you think Georgia are the kind of side that can set up to frustrate somebody like Scotland?
Yeah, I think they can, and I think on the back of a losing streak, that's inevitably what they're going to try and do as well, because even if they feel that qualification is probably beyond them, it's about pride, certainly at home. And, you know, it's a long trip for Scotland, so you know, it's difficult. I don't think there's any doubt about that, but obviously a win would set them up perfectly for those home games.
I think Maloney will come in there. He's been doing well. He's been holding that role really well. He understands that role. He can play in midfield. He can also play wide. So there's options in there. Scott Brown's going to be key. He got a little knock at the weekend.
It's never stopped him before, though.
And hopefully, you know, that clears up in time for a gun there. And James Morrison's been the one that's been in beside him. It's not, which has surprised a lot of people, it's not been Darren Fletcher. It's been James Morrison, and James been in there running the show with him. And the two, their engines are fantastic. They can both, one can sit, one can play. And it allows Sean Maloney then just to distribute in a kind of number 10 role, shall we say, behind what has always been Stephen Fletcher.
Do you think it'd be all-out attack for Scotland against Georgia, or
no,
slightly more conservative?
Patient. they'll be conservative. They'll be very, very patient. You have to be patient against Georgia. I think if Scotland go out and try and go at Georgia, we'll get hit in the break, and I think that's where you can lose a game very easily. I think it's going to be a patient build-up, and it's a start. I think they'll work Georgia into a tight area, and hopefully we can get it in the wider areas where that's our strong point is, getting it wide and getting in the box.
To find more coverage of the match, search Vauxhall Scotland on Twitter or Facebook and give them a like or follow.
He's still waiting on the injuries, though.
That's all he's got.
I thought the big toe was going to keep him out. He's all right.
That's all he's got. You may get injuries.
He's played every minute apart from the last 3 against Belgium.
And he's back on form again as well, Gareth Bale, isn't he?